From hand sanitizer to disinfecting wipes, seems like we're all concerned about catching a cold or flu these days. But when you're out chewing those sickly people away, could you be guilty of sick shaming? Check it out.
Achoo!
Can you go home? I really don't want to get sick.
Achoo!
Did you just cough on the machine?
Achoo!
Are you serious?
Sick shaming. It happens everywhere. The question is, when is it legit versus not? That was pretty egregious. And that is exactly why our offices are literally, I would call it the most dangerous place to walk in the world. You can walk down a hospital emergency department hallway, and there are fewer germs than...
Now I know why he locks himself in his office.
Because
in their doors shut. He's just trying to...
You're too kind to sick shame. So instead of saying these things and doing these things, you just lock yourself in your room.
I live in a hole.
I mean, come on. But who likes being sneezed and coughed on?
No.
When I fly, I very often get a reaction to the vents. So I may start sneezing. So I'm afraid to look at the people next to you, because you know you're going to get a look like, oh, this guy's sick, he has a cold, and he's flying.
So, but what would you do in this scenario? So I was getting coffee this morning, and you know how you're ordering coffee, and below where you order is all the food and the drinks in the chilled compartment. So there was a young little boy with his father, and he was sick as a dog. And he kept coughing and coughing, and it was all over the food display. And I just stood there, and I didn't know what to do. I really didn't, because the father's just kind of like, hey, hey, hey. And I, like, the workers saw it happening. It was probably for 2 minutes straight, just like, and all I kept picturing are the hundreds of customers coming in.
You didn't get your coffee. You ran out, didn't you?
Well, I had already ordered my coffee, and my coffee came from elsewhere. Look, I'm not terrified of a cold, but I like that scenario. This particular topic came to mind. I'm thinking, what the father should know better, obviously, but beyond that, what can you really do? I mean, at the end of the day, there are people coughing and sneezing, and we know that these sneezes and coughs can travel much further than we ever anticipated. I can't remember the terminology, but you see how it's a spray? It's a lot thicker than people realize, and it can travel. I mean, it comes out hundreds of miles per hour. But should I have, what do I do in that scenario? I didn't say a thing. I'm not going to lie.
That's a great question.
No, you can educate right here, there, and out there.
I couldn't say anything.
I think you have to just protect yourself in that situation. I mean, because now that I've learned about sick shaming, I've realized that I am a sick shamer. You know, like, as a matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, one of the employees came in, and you could hear her down the hall. And, you know, some of it was probably a little extra because, you know, when you're sick, you kind of want to go home anyway. So I just went down there. I was like, you are sick. You need to go home, you know? And I didn't ask, how are you doing? And I wasn't compassionate about it.
Shame on you,
I didn't realize it till now. I was a sick shamer. So, you know, I'm going to be a little more sensitive about that. But on the airplane, if you are coughing next to me or sneezing next to me, I do put my little scarf around my face. And so I'm a sick shamer, and I'm going to do better about it.
But nearly 100% of workers will judge coworkers for sick shaming or sick shaming them because, again, a lot of people will go to work sick, and there's a difference between a mild cold where honestly most of us can work through that. But if you are out there, you're sneezing and coughing incessantly, and you can't contain it, you are going to infect the entire workplace. You're going to infect anywhere you visit.